Hey everybody, happy Friday. Can you believe we made it through another week? Oh my gosh, it has been a doozy. Can I get an amen? Oh my goodness. Hope you're doing well. This week has been nuts for a lot of people. I don't know if you have kids. I have kids, and this whole school controversy has been kind of nuts. And, for every 5 people that want to send their kids back to school, there's 5 that don't. So I've been having lots of fun with that. But as promised, here I am today, and we're going to talk about questions in the interview process. Hey, Rachel. So I popped on here Tuesday, and I talked about some questions that you can ask during the interview process because, a lot of people, when they go through the interview process, they feel like they're getting grilled. And do you remember what I said? Do you remember I said, do you feel like you're getting grilled? Because if you do, you are not asking enough questions. Because remember, an interview process is just that. It's not just about them identifying if you're the great fit, the best fit, but it's also helping you discover if you want to work for them. Right? So, Tuesday, I told you that the questions that I'm going to cover, they fall into 6 different categories, and I have 40 questions. 40 questions. I have this cool worksheet that has 40 questions that you can ask. If you are interested in that worksheet, just drop in the comments questions, and I'll send it to you. So they fall into 6 categories: the company, the culture, the position, the team, your performance, and next steps. So on Tuesday, I talked about questions that you can ask relating to the company and the culture. So today, we're going to talk about the position, questions that you can ask related to the position, and questions that you can ask related to the team. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Christy. I have a passion for helping people discover their superpowers, helping them design a resume, helping them maximize their LinkedIn profiles, and getting them ready for the interview process. I've had a couple of clients this week that I've really enjoyed helping, and it's just so rewarding for me, and I know that it's helpful for them. So if you need some help with that, just let me know. Anyway, okay, so back to the two areas. So the position and the team. So the first question that you might ask regarding the position, which is pretty standard, is what does a typical day look like? And obviously the reason you want to ask that is because you want to have an idea what kind of activities that you're going to be responsible for on a day-to-day basis. By the way, hello everybody. Thanks so much for popping in and saying hi. I see all these people watching. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I hope this is helpful for some of you. Okay, so the position, what does a typical day look like? Now, this next one is a good question. It's not super common. It's tell me about a few of the most immediate projects that need to be tackled. So, it's really a drag when you go into a position and you walk into this nightmare, right? Nobody likes that. So this question is really good because it helps you understand what you're going to be walking into, and maybe you're that kind of person that loves a challenge and there's no problem with that, but then maybe you're not, right? So don't you want to know, right? Don't you want to know? Okay, so that's the second question. Okay. So this is another good question. So what would you say are the 2 most important skills this person needs to be really successful in this position? A couple years ago, I signed on with a company on a contract basis, and I was in over my head, to be honest. I really was. It was like, I thought I could do it, and I got in there, and I could do it. But it was a very slow process, and it was really uncomfortable. Nobody wants to walk into that. Again, don't you want to know? So that's the third question. And then this one is a really good one. I love this one. What are some of the biggest challenges that this role is going to face? Now, I do have to say that by asking some of these really good, meaty questions, the hiring manager, they might be caught off guard a little bit. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, they might be caught off guard because they're not used to that, but I honestly feel like they might be impressed as long as you can come across in a very friendly, genuine manner. So tell me a little bit about some of the challenges that the person in this previous role faced. You know, again, you want to know what you're walking into, and you want to make sure that you feel comfortable with what you're walking into. Does that make sense? Sorry, I get really fired up about this. Okay, so that's enough about the position. And real quickly, some other questions that you might want to ask is if you're going to be working with a team, here's some questions that you want to ask. What can you tell me about the team that I'll be working with? Or who will I report to directly? And tell me about that person. Am I going to get to meet that person? You know, another sidebar, way back when I worked for a very large company, and I went through, this is a while ago, I went through 2 interviews, right? And I never met the person that I was going to work for. I mean, that blows my mind. I walked in day 1 and did not know the person that I was going to report to, which is kind of awkward. And you know, that could be no problem or it could be a big deal. So who am I going to work for? Tell me about that person. The third question, what are common career paths in this department? So for somebody that is well established in their career, this may not be an important question. But for those of you that are recent college, thank you for those hearts. Those of you that are recent college graduates, this is going to be important. You know, career development is important because you know why? It's going to get you more money. And who doesn't want more money, right? I want more money, right? Because if you work hard, you want to get compensated, right? All right. So tell me about the common career paths in this department. 2 more questions. What can you tell me about my direct reports? So you would use this scenario if you were a manager walking into a brand new department, you know, and you have 5 people that are going to report to you. You kind of want to know about them. Like, are you walking into a hot mess, or are you walking into a killer team, you know, that's just ready to go, that's fired up as you? That would be terrific, right? So these are all really good questions that are kind of intense and kind of deep, but they are going to help you make an informed decision. Do I want to work for this company or do I not? Am I in over my head or is this going to be cake? Does that make sense? Okay, thank you so much for all those hearts. I appreciate that. Okay, and then the last question is, what are a few of the team's biggest challenges? And again, I just go back to these questions are going to help paint a more clear picture for you so you can know what is involved with the position on a day-to-day basis. Who are the kinds of people that you're going to be working with? What are some of the challenges that you might come up against? And this stuff you want to know, right? Is this helpful? I wish somebody would have told me these questions, you know, when I was back in the corporate world. So that's it. Today I focused on the position and the team. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for watching. My name is Christy. I have a business, We Write It Now. Look it up on Facebook. I help people discover their superpowers. I help people design their resumes. I help prep them for interviews, and I would love to help you. So y'all have a happy weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye.